All right, everybody, long before sourdough became a pandemic hobby, it became the life passion of our next guest. So he has taken everything that he's learned from working at specialty bakeries and Michelin-starred restaurants, and he's sharing it all in his first cookbook called Bread, Etc.
Well, please welcome back to the show, chef and baking professor, Matthew James Duffy!
Thanks so much for having me back.
Professor.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me back.
We're very thrilled because you brought a lot of bread.
Brought a couple,
and
yeah.
also we enjoy you a great deal.
Of course, yeah.
Hey, listen, Matthew, I feel like bread can be very intimidating to make for a lot of home bakers, but you call this accessible. How so?
So I really tried to break down foundational skills that help you get into other breads. So once you learn a skill like braiding challah, that transfers into shaping this type of bread. And I break down some of the theories why. So if you have a mistake, you can say, well, why did this happen? And then when you reference it, you can correct that in the next bake.
Okay, let's go in a little deeper. So what are your top tips for someone who's just getting started in the bread game?
Great question. Number one is read the recipe from start to finish.
What a concept. I could learn from that, yes.
Very good.
Number two is a schedule. A lot of these breads are made over a couple days, so write it out on a piece of paper. 10 a.m., mix this, 2 p.m., do this. That'll save you the 2 a.m. baking bread. And then finally, I would measure everything out before you get started. Okay. Mise en place, everything in its place.
Okay.
I love that. Now, you said yeasted bread is a great place for beginners to start out. Why?
Excuse me. I like to start with yeasted bread because it's very accessible to most people. You don't have to manage a sourdough starter. There's no side thing. And you can make great bread in a short period of time. This bread right here takes about 4 hours, and there's also a pita recipe that you can make from start to finish in less than 30 minutes.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic.
Okay.
30 minutes, sorry.
I have 2 little kids. I gotta be fast.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, this is looking so good. Why don't we start here with the challah bread? Tell us all about it while we give it a taste.
So this challah bread is something that I typically make weekly on Fridays for our Shabbat dinner. Now, I learned how to do this with author and amazing baker Bonnie Stern.
Oh, amazing.
And I assisted her on some workshops. And I just kind of learned the technique from her, and I think it's just a great bread. It tastes good, it's versatile.
Love it.
It's so good, it's so good. My mouth is full, so I'm gonna be a little bit rude. But you are known as the sourdough king, and you have a recipe that you claim is easy. So what do we know about making beginner sourdough? We're going from yeast easy to sourdough maybe easy.
I think the biggest thing to remember is all of these breads are a lot of little steps to get to a final product. So we break down each step, explain the why, and that gets you the final product. And that's what makes it easy, is when you know, oh, I'm mixing this because of this, versus following something blindly and you're on this 2-day journey and you don't really know where you're going.
Okay.
So you kind of work backwards through it, if that helps.
Okay, that does help a lot.
My into sourdough is when Taylor Swift talked about it on the New Heights podcast. And she said on the podcast, it's become her obsession to make sourdough, but she said she throws in all kinds of mix-ins, like sprinkles. So I just want to ask the professional, what is okay for mixing in and what does not work as a mix-in?
I have a 4- and a 7-year-old, both girls, so I heard all about that. and they're begging me for sprinkle bread. What I would say as a general rule is you don't want to use anything that's really wet, like let's say a strawberry that's going to let out liquid. Any kind of nuts, seed. You could use cheese, peppers. If it is really moist ingredient, you might want to dry it out in a dehydrator or roast it a little bit. But really, it's a ratio. So once you have the ratio and the dough down, you can put just about anything in the bread.
Oh, and the one you put in for us in this sourdough, you put in cheddar and jalapeno.
Oh, come on.
Can you tell us about it?
Feel
Yeah,
this.
I actually snuck in a bit of smoked cheese in there too, because this is a special show and I wanted to do something nice for you.
Yeah.
Jalapenos, end of summer, perfect time for it, and cheddar, number one bread in our micro bakery. People love it. One of the most popular breads I've ever made. You tell me what you think, though.
This is
amazing.
So good.
This is all you need. It's all you need.
Thank you.
So this recipe is in this book.
It is, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. Now, this is really exciting because you've made us chocolate focaccia, which I have certainly never had. And this is another one that you say is an entry-level bread, even though it uses a sourdough starter.
Yep.
So explain that for us.
Chocolate, well, the chocolate part's step 2, but the focaccia in general, it's baked in a pan. You put the dough in the pan and then you're pressing into the dough with a bit of oil. So even if the dough's not perfect and you don't get the perfect final result, it's still a pan bread. So I think that it's a great place to start because it's so forgiving.
Yeah.
P.S. I do not smell or taste any chocolate.
Okay.
Is that right?
So it's made with cocoa paste, cocoa powder, and water.
Okay.
And this actually came from a dish in Barcelona where kids after school eat chocolate, olive oil, and salt. And that's the inspiration behind this. Sometimes I'll put chocolate on top of the dough for my kids, the chips and stuff like that.
You get it at the end there.
And you get the bitterness.
Yeah.
Oh, I got that at the end.
At the end. Yeah. Right
It's,
there.
At the end back here.
Yeah.
It's a
Got it, okay.
Catalan specialty.
Ooh, I
Yeah.
love
Love that. Okay, another one, I feel like this one, when you talk about accessible, so pizza dough we know is a great one. And so homemade pizza, what other, types of, what's the question? What makes it more accessible maybe than maybe other types of bread if we go with the pizza?
I mean, at the bottom line, when you put cheese, sauce, vegetable on anything, it's good. That's what makes it accessible.
Yeah.
Even bad pizza's good pizza, right? So you can make a few mistakes on the dough. You can kind of it kind of can bubble up differently. But once you top it and knead it, I think you have a lot of ways to hide.
Yeah.
It does start with the dough, and the foundational dough is what really makes it good. But it's a great place to start out when you're just learning.
And you didn't bring any old pizza. You brought us pizza with potato on it. Huh? Now I'm a fake Italian, someone who likes to pretend they're Italian.
All
So
right.
I love potato on my pizza.
And gorgonzola.
And gorgonzola, it's such a great pairing. What have you done here, though? Tell us about this.
This one has potato, gorgonzola, a little bit of mozzarella on the bottom.
Yeah.
And then I snuck in a little bit of shaved onions in there because, again, this is a special show, so I wanted to do something
And you're a
extra
classy
nice.
guy.
Yeah.
And onions are classy.
Thank you. It kind of started actually as a way, to be fully honest though, it started as a way to use leftover potatoes. So I've shaved them for this, but at home you can use whatever's in your fridge, leftover roast potatoes, anything like that.
Wow,
This
love
might be
it.
my favorite. This is so good.
So
Matthew,
good, so good.
You're
you.
an extraordinary
Thank you.
bread maker, and now you're a bread author. Wow. Thank you so much for
Thank
feeding
you.
us. Hey guys, guess what? Bread, etc. is available now, and studio audience, you're going
Hey you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.